is essentially trying to glean some data about a percentage of interest from samples drawn. I've drawn the samples from, I believe I pulled it from the Zillow website. Yeah, most of my data came from the Zillow website, which has a bunch of data, not complete, but a bunch of data. From January 2010, April 2013, February 2013, and also December 2013. That's the most recent data I could get that was posted online. I can't get any more recent. I can talk to brokers, but they're pulling the same data I am. So, what I'm trying to study here is I'm trying to study for sale, Bend, single family homes. I made an acronym for this, I got tired of typing it. So, FSBSFH. I'm trying to figure out how many of those, or better question, what percent of those are in foreclosure? I'm trying to figure out what percent of those are in foreclosure. I'm going to slide this over here. Fire this bad boy up. Let's do the first one together. And then I'll send you guys home because we have 4 minutes left. There won't be enough time to do the rest of them. I drew 702, a sample of 702. This was 4 years ago, and I actually forget my source on this data. I forget where I got it from. More recently, I was using Zillow. 702. Of those 702, 65 were in foreclosure. 65 were in foreclosure. What is the foreclosure rate of Bend, single family, whatever that, for sale, Bend, single family homes? What is the foreclosure rate? 9%. Now, check it out. Oh, I didn't tell you there. Oh, no, I did. At 95% confidence. I want you to use 95% confidence. So, our vote is what? Go ahead, Carly.
Well, 9.2%, but 9%.
How do you feel about that answer?
95% confidence.
Are you sure? I think it's 0% confident. Why do I say? I believe, Carly, give me your answer. 9%, is that what you said?
Yeah.
9.2, I believe you gave me a decimal point.
9.2.
She said 9.2%. How'd you get 9.2%, Carly?
Well, I went to the little test.
You just did, good. So you actually did all the work you had to do. You're just missing the most important part of it. She did 65 divided by 702, yes? So I'm not going to go to test real quick. She did 65 divided by 702, and there's her 9.3%, 9.25%. Why do I say that she's 0% confident in that result? Here's the deal. In order for you to be right, Carly, what does the actual foreclosure rate have to be in order for you to be correct? Exactly that number. In other words, remember this spreadsheet I got right here? That means your interval had to have landed directly in the middle of this curve. Let me ask you a question. How often does that actually happen on this spreadsheet, friends? How often does that thing actually land exactly in the middle? Never. It never does. It does once in a million. Once in a million times. But the chance of Carly hitting it right then is essentially 0, right? So what's the only thing you're forgetting, Carly?
You never know.
Yes, you do. You look at it. Everybody, go to your shortcut screen. Stat. Tests. One prop Z in, as we did before, right? Set it up for 95% confidence. 65 out of 702. Calculate it. To which Carly says, "Rule, you bastard, it says 9.25% right there. What the hell is wrong with you? Why are you harping at me?" Why am I harping at her? You haven't given me the ends of your interval. You can't tell me it's exactly 9.3%. You can only say you're 95% confident. It's at least 7.1%. And no, that part. That was so adorable. Yes, that part, the most important part. You can't give me just the middle because that implies that your data caught the exact parameter value you were looking for. Unlikely, almost impossible. But 95% of the time, that'll catch it.
So that's how you want it to be wrote out?
You have to! It's not how I want it, it's how it has to be written out.
I mean, just the numbers, or do you want on 95%?
Well, I want it in 2 ways on this quiz. I think students seem to like parenthetical. So what they'll do is they'll put, just like this actually. I think students like this way the best. You could do a p hat plus or minus. So you could do 9.26% plus or minus the margin, but then you have to go in and find the margin of error. You have to subtract these two and divide by 2 to figure out what that is. I think most students like it this way. I do too, personally. It's at least 7.1%, so just write the parentheses, 0.07, parentheses, 0.11. Shoot, close parentheses. But you have to have that in there. That's the important thing is. That's why I wasn't being a, well, maybe I was being a bastard at saying 0% confidence, but you have to be 0% confident. Confidence is gained by your interval widening. If you have no interval, you have no confidence. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Thanks for being a good sport, Carly. I appreciate that. And then after you're done, draw it on the number line below. See that number line down there? Draw your confidence interval and label it. Then go home and do the next 3 questions and add those intervals to that number line. And then we'll come back and discuss it on Thursday. Yes. Steph, get your question answered from earlier? Such a good question. Such a good question. Such a good answer. Just wanted to get you away from the sample values. Yes. Good. Thank you guys. We'll catch you on Thursday, yes? All right. What we got? What we got?